Welcome back, my dear students, to the offline video series of Geography of Class 6. So today we are going to study lesson number 5 of Geography Class 6, and the name of the lesson is Temperature. First of all, we will see what is temperature, and after that we will perform an activity to understand the concept of perpendicular sun rays and slanting sun rays falling on the surface of the earth. So, temperature is nothing but the amount of sun rays falling on the surface of the earth. When the sun rays fall on the surface of the earth, the surface gets heated up and the air which is present in that much surrounding gets more heated, and hence the temperature increases. So now let's get started with the activity to understand the perpendicular and slanting sun rays. In this activity, take a torchlight and keep it stable at one place. Take two large paper sheets which are large enough to accommodate the entire beam and paste the papers on two flat boards. Now hold the board perpendicular to the beam as shown in figure A. Okay. Next, draw the outline of the area of the beam which has been focused through the torch in figure 5.1a. Name that paper as A. Now, use the other paper, hold it in such a way that it makes an angle of 120 degree with the beam of the torch, as shown in figure 5.1b. Now, draw the outline of the area which is occupied by the beam and name that paper as B. Now, observe both the papers A and B, and you have to tell on which paper does the beam occupies the larger area. So, the beam occupied on a larger area is on paper B, because the angle between the flash of the torch and the whiteboard is 120 degree. Next question is, on which paper is the area smaller? So, the answer for this question is paper A, because it is making an angle of 90 degree with the beam of the torch. Next question is, what is the relation between the angle of the paper and the area occupied by the beam? So the answer for this question is, if the angle of the paper increases, the area occupied by the beam also increases. That means if the angle increases, the size occupied by the beam will also increase. And if the angle decreases, the area which is occupied by the beam will also decrease. The next topic which we are going to study is distribution of sun rays on the surface of the earth. This is figure 5.2, the earth's shape and the distribution of sun rays. In this diagram, the region marked A receives perpendicular rays, while the region marked B receives slanting rays, and the region marked with C receives extremely slanting rays. Sun rays falling on the earth are straight and parallel to each other. However, we have seen that due to the spherical shape of the earth and the curvature of the surface of the earth, they occupy a larger or lesser area, and this leads to the uneven distribution of heat received by the sun. This results in decreasing the temperature from the equator to the polar regions, that is to the north and south pole. Based on the distribution of temperature, the earth can be divided into torrid, temperate and frigid zones, or tropical, temperate and polar regions. Let us understand this with the help of figure. This is the uneven distribution of temperature into torrid, temperate and frigid zone shown in figure 5.3. This division is also called as thermal zones. At the equator 0 degree, it is called as torrid zone because it receives perpendicular sun rays and the temperature in this region is very high. The next zone is temperate zone after torrid zone. This zone receives slanting sun rays and the temperature in this region is moderate. The last one is the frigid zone. Very slanting sun rays are received by frigid zone and that is why the temperature in this zone is very low and it is always in negative. Throughout the year, frigid zone experiences snowfall, rainfall, rainy season and winter season.